ॐ शुक्लां वरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातं तपोनिधिं। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। अविकाराय शुद्धाय नित्याय परमात्मने सदैकरूपरूपाय विष्णवे सर्वजिष्णवे यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण जन्मसंसारबन्धनात् विमुच्यते नमस्तस्मै विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे। ॐ नमो विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। So we are seeing the various namas of the Parama Tattvam, Narayana Tattvam, in both the Saguna aspect and the Nirguna aspect. And this is exactly what Sri Krishna unfolds in chapter 7 of the Gita. It says, I have a higher nature, Paraprakriti, and a lower nature, which is my Aparaprakriti. So that Apara Prakriti in the form of this infinite Nama Rupa Saguna Brahma Jagat is what we are saying, what we are seeing in the namas like Narasimha Vapuhu, Bhanuhu, Adityaha. Very tangibly we are understanding the various Nama Rupas. Whereas when it comes to the Para Prakriti Nirguna Paramatattvam, we will have the namas in the form of negation. Yeah? Aprameyatma, Asankheyuhu, Anadihi, Anantaha, which negates. Yeah? So that is the higher nature, this is the lower nature. Yeah? So understanding both expands our mind to understand that, to have the Viveka, Atma, Anatma Viveka, and to ultimately arrive at the truth of Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara, which is only one and not three. The truth underlining the Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara is the one Ekam Advitiyam Brahma Tattvam, which is one but manifests as many. So let us now continue to shloka number 31. I will display it now. Amritam Shudbhavo Bhanuho, Amritam Shudbhavo Bhanuho, Shashabindus Sureshwaraha, Shashabindus Sureshwaraha, Aushadhan Jagatas Setuhu, Aushadhan Jagatas Setuhu, Satya Dharma Parakramaha, Satya Dharma Parakramaha. Amritam Shudbhavo Bhanu Shashabindus Sureshwaraha, Aushadhan Jagatas Setu Satya Dharma Parakramaha. In this verse we have these 7 namas. Amritam Shudbhavaha, Bhanuhu, Shashabinduhu, Sureshwaraha, Aushadham Jagatas Setuhu. The 2 words into one nama. And finally Satya Dharma Parakramaha. So let us see these namas one by one. Amritam Shud Bhavaha. So we have 3 subwords there. Amrita, Amshu, Udbhavaha. So if we take the first 2, Amritam Shu, Yeah, the amsha of the Amritam. So what is being referred to here is the moon. Why the moon? Because this is connected with the Amrita Mathanam story of the Puranas. You know, we have seen that quite a few times in our study, that when the Devatas and Asuras are churning the Kshira Sagaram and Bhagavan Vishnu has stabilized that mountain Mandara, taking the Kurma Avatara, then Chaturdasha Ratnani, 14 jewels manifested. Kaustubam, Panchajanyam, you know, the conch Panchajanyam, and then Kalpavrikshaha, Uchchaishravas, and so many jewels came, Mahalakshmi, and also the moon. So that is here Amritam Shu, yeah, which happened in the Amrita Mathanam. So here Udbhavaha means what? The source, from where it has emerged, yeah, from that Sagaram. So you are the source of the nectarine like moon, Amrita Amshuhu. Yeah, and then you remember all those jewels, they were all given to various people. You know, the Airavata, the elephant, went to Indra, and Mahalakshmi of course went to Mahavishnu. Yeah, and then moon Amritamshu goes to Shiva, and that is why Shiva is known as Chandrasekharaha, because it adorns the head. So here this nama is praising Bhagavan as the moon, and which we have seen before also in the last session, Chandra Amshuhu. Here it is Amrita Amshuhu. And you, as Chandra, you nourish the whole earth. Yeah. Then the next nama is Bhanuhu, which is easy to understand, the sun. We have had it earlier as Adityaha. So Bhanuhu means Bhati iti Bhanuhu. Bhati means that which shines. And so here we are taking the figurative meaning of the light of pure consciousness, which is self-effulgent, self-shining, and self-evident. Yeah? And we have seen how Tameva Bhantam Anubhati Sarvam. So that Atma Jyoti or Param Jyoti Bhati, that is the only sentient entity, and everything else Anubhati, shines after. Shines after means shines with a borrowed sentience, mind, sense organs like eyes, ears, and then of course the whole world and all the luminaries in the world, sun, light, Agni, fire, lightning, all these are revealed by that one Bhanuhu. Tameva Bhantam Anubhati Sarvam. Then we have Shashabinduhu, again referring to the moon. Yeah, Binduhu, Sindhuhu, no, all the Induhu referring to the moon. Now Shashaha means rabbit. And so there is another nama for the moon called Shashin. Shashaha asya asti iti Shashin. And this is because unlike the sun, the moon has dark patches, no, on the surface. The craters are there. So when the ancient people, the rishis, looked up, they found one formation like a rabbit. So they coined the word Shashin. And here similarly Shasha Binduhu, the rabbit faced moon, yeah, which has, and that which nourishes the whole earth. How does the moon nourish? The same shloka from Gita chapter 15, Gama Vishyacha Bhutani Dharayamyaham Ojasa. So Aham Dharayami Ojasa Gama Vishya. I enter through the nectarine cooling rays, and I energize the whole earth, and I enter the foliage as the sap. So I make everything Rasatmakaha. And that is the glory of this Shashabinduhu. Then we have Sureshwaraha. A similar nama we have seen before, like Surendraha. Tyadi Sureshwaraha is Suranam Ishwaraha. Who are the Suras? The Suras are the Devatas, coming from the Div Dhatu. Div means to shine. So they are the shining ones, exalted Jivas, celestials. And who are the devatas really? It is explained in the Upanishad that the devatas are really those who are Danashila. Danashila means who are graciously giving. Giving what? Blessings. Blessings to us in the form of rain, in the form of food, in the form of so many blessings in life. No? And that is the relationship we saw. Parasparam bhavayantaha. Yeah? When we live yajna based life, then that punyam draws the blessings of the devatas. And so they are the suras. But you, Bhagavan, you are the Ishvara, the Lord of all the gracious givers. Because you only empower them, it is your mandate that all the devatas have to follow. Yeah. Then about the Dhanam also, there is a beautiful section in the Taittiriya Upanishad which says that Dhanam has to be given, with humility. We know this. Dhanam blesses the giver and the receiver. And one feels blessed to be able to give. In fact, it is said that the Dhanam should be given with humility, proper attitude at the right time, place, and to the deserving person. Yeah? And it has to be given with the feeling that, not that I'm privileged to give, but I am happy to share. Yeah, I'm blessed to be able to give. And it should be given with the fear. What kind of fear? The fear that, oh my God, supposing this person does not accept my gift, what will I do? I will not be blessed. So Upanishad says that is how Dhanam should be given. I should have a fear that, that this person should accept. And there should be shame also. Shame, a positive form of shame, in the sense that the donor should feel that I'm sorry, I can only give so much. I wish I could give more. So all these qualities, humility and the feeling of shame and fear, all go into the proper form of dhanam. Yeah? And then that kind of dhanam is given with shraddha. But these devatas give graciously, and you are the Lord, Lord of all these gracious givers, or the suras. Suras need not be in some celestial lokas. Even the Sajjana Purushas in Prithvi Loka are also taken as suras, the gracious givers. That's the first line. Then we have Aushadham. Aushadham, translates to medicine. Why? Because Aushadhibhyaha Aushadham. Oshadhibhyaha Aushadham. That which is derived from Oshadhi, herbs and plants, is the medicine. And of course, this works, Ayurveda is also an Upaveda, and gives us the healing form of medicine. But here it is referring to Bhagavan, you are the medicine for the samsara rogaha. Samsara rogasya bhishak. You are the panacea. Even Vishnu Sahasranama is called the ultimate panacea. When doctors give up, they've tried everything, this medicine, that medicine, what do they say? Now we have tried our best and please pray. Yeah? So you are the medicine in the form of not only the herbs and healing medicines within samsara, but you free us from the samsara rogaha also. Then we have Jagataha Setuhu. The two words we take as one nama. Jagataha is in Shashti, and Setuhu means what? Bridge. Yeah, so you, Bhagavan, you are the bridge by which one will cross over the samsara and attain you. How? By resorting to bhakti. We have seen how the Sakama Bhakti undergoes a transformation and becomes Nishkama Bhakti. We saw that in the Gita also. So, seeking you, prayerful living is a way to bring about that transformation. And hence our culture is so beautiful. It's a culture of bhavana. So, whatever we pursue, it is done prayerfully. Whatever we are getting in life, whether it's a job or wealth or even children, we are seeing it as a blessing of Bhagavan. So that attitude is already there. Yeah? And here it is talk about how Bhagavan, you are the bridge to take me even beyond this samsara to the other shore of immortality. Asatoma Satgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritang Gamaya. But here, Acharya Shankaracharya gives a second meaning. Yeah? Setuhu also means boundary, a limit. Yeah? A limit. So what is the limit here? Here, Jagataha Setu is praising Bhagavan as the one who has organized the entire humanity or society as per the ashramas, Varnashrama Dharma. No? Bhagavan has said in chapter 4, Gita also, Chatur Mayam Maya Srishtam Gunakarma Vibhagashaha. That is, the entire humanity is divided into 4 sections as per the guna. As per the guna, so is the karma. So there are boundaries to every ashrama. Brahmacharya should be like this: do Veda Adhyayanam, pursuit of dharma, build a good physique. Then Grahastha ashram has its own swadharmas, Karma Yoga, Pancha Mahayajnas. These are the boundaries for the Grahasthas. And then Vanaprastha is Upasana Yoga, is Pradhana there. And finally, one matures to the Sannyasa Yoga or renunciation, Nivritti Marga through Shravanam, Mananam and Nididhyasana. So you see how beautifully organized a society is, which is non-competitive, there is no stress, there is no mutual threat in such a society. This is the Vedic times, of course. Yeah. So where this Jagataha Setu is the boundary that defines my role playing, the duties and responsibilities which I have to follow. And those are the two meanings. Now, one is the bridge and the other is the boundary, like a Lakshman Rekha. The boundary of dharma or the boundary of the discipline I have to follow as per the ashrama varna dharma. Then we have the last nama, Satya Dharma Parakramaha. Satya Dharma Parakramaha is praising Bhagavan as the one whose Parakramaha. Parakramaha means courage to face challenges, any challenge, courage and dharma. Dharma here means the nature or the gunas. No, Bhagavan is also praised as Ananta Kalyana Guna Sampannaha, the one endowed with infinite gunas. Those are the dharmas here. So that courage and the dharmas, they are Satyam. Satya means unfailing, Avashyam Bhavi. Yeah? Satyameva Jayate. So the one whose dharmas and courage are unfailing at any time and everywhere. And so you are Satya Dharma Parakramaha. No, so now we see that when we understand these namas and the glories, then we also tend to become Satya Dharma Parakramas. So we also will have the courage to face adversities and challenges in life, and the fear and insecurity, isolatedness will all come down, because I am understanding that I am connected with everything. Vayu, Agni, sun, moon, everything is interconnected. We are in a interconnected, mutually dependent ecosystem. So that is the shloka number 31 with the 7 namas. Let's chant it again. Amritan Shudbhavo Bhanu Shashabindu Sureshwaraha Aushadan Jagatasetu Satya Dharma Parakramaha. Then 32. 32 here we have, I think, 10 namas. Let's chant. Bhuta Bhavya Bhavannathaha Bhuta Bhavya Bhavannathaha Pavanah Pavano Nalaha Pavanah Pavano Nalaha Kamaha Kamakritkantaha Kamaha Kamakritkantaha Kamah Kamapradah Prabhuhu Kamah Kamapradah Prabhuhu. And the 10 namas are Bhuta Bhavya Bhavannathaha Pavanaha Pavanaha Analaha Kamaha Kamakrit Kantaha Kamaha Kamapradaha Prabhu. So I think they all add up to 10. So here the first namas here are Bhuta Bhavya Bhavannathaha. Have you seen this nama before? Yes, no? Right in the beginning of Vishnu Sahasranama, it was Bhuta Bhavya Bhavan Prabhu. No? Only Prabhu is replaced with Nathaha here. So there what did we see? Bhuta is past, Bhavya is future, and Bhavat is present. And Prabhu is the Lord. So the Lord who governs the past, present and future. So here Acharya gives a slight change of meaning. Nathaha we can take as the Lord of the Jivas of the past, present and future. The past are those who have departed from this world, and the present is including all of us right now, and the future is the future Jivas. So you are the Lord who organizes all this and distributes the karma phalam. Bhuta Bhavya Bhavan Nathaha. And so in other words, Bhagavan is the giver of karma phalam. Yeah? Who will be born where, in which yuga, to which parents, yeah, and that is the glory here. Then we have a small word Pavanaha. Yeah? Pavanaha means that which purifies. It is a word used for air, no? One of the synonyms for air. Why? Because air purifies. Anytime we ventilate anything, then it removes the bad odors and brings a freshness. No? But here Bhagavan is praised as the one whose grace purifies. Purifies what? Purifies my mind. Why? Because every day when I enter into Vyavahara and role play, the mind is going to pick up so much malam, frustration, anger, disappointment, conflict, sadness, guilt, hurt. So how to cleanse the mind and purify it? Only by Bhagavad Bhakti, Japa, Nama, Samkirtanam and Vishnu Sahasranamas like this Parayanam will purify the mind on a daily basis. That's why even Saguna Dhyanam is very important, especially at the end of the day, when we want to wash away this malam of the mind. So you are Pavanaha, the one whose grace purifies. In chapter 10 also Bhagavan has said, no, Pavatam Aham Pavanaha, I am the air of all the purifiers. In fact, all these elements purify. Fire purifies, earth purifies, no? And wind purifies, water purifies. So here it is referring to Pavanaha. And without a purified mind, no, how can the Paramatma reflect and shine in that? No? How can that RC reflect its sentience? How can it shine brightly if the mirror-like mind is covered with so much dust? So you are Pavanaha, who purifies my mirror-like mind. Then we have Pavanaha, only one syllable different. In Sanskritam we have these causal verbs, no? Mata khadati, mother eats. But when we say Mata khadayati, means she causes her child or somebody to eat. She forces it. Come on, eat. Otherwise, you will not get this or that. Khadayati. So here also, Pavanaha refers to Pavayati. Now, you are the one who Pavayati means, Bhagavan, you make people and everyone follow your command. You make us all act how? As the Antaryami, as the as this charioteer seated in my buddhi, you are making things happen. You are the director. You are instructing from within, and everything is moving because of your grace alone. Yeah? Pavayati. In the Taittiriya Upanishad, there's a mantra which says, out of fear, the wind blows, the sun rises, the earth spins, plants grow. Now, that does not mean Bhagavan is somebody to be feared. That simply means Bhagavan is the order, the laws and the functions, and all the entire nature has to obey, and the nature does obey. See the orbital velocities, the earth spins, the sun rises, water flows, finds its level. So we find the entire Prakriti is following that mandate of Ishvara, and so you are Pavayati, you make things happen as per all those laws. Yeah. Then we have Analaha. Analaha also we have seen in some context. There are several meanings which Acharya Shankaracharya gives. The most well-known meaning is Analaha means fire. Yeah, Alam na vidyate iti Analaha. Alam means what? Podum endru buddhi. Bas. Enough. No more. Na? When will one say that? Only two occasions. One is when one is full with food. One has eaten enough, and then you can't have even one more morsel of food. Then you say alam in Sanskrit. And the second occasion is a jnani will say alam. I am, purnam. Purnatam, I am the nature of fullness. I don't lack anything. In between all of us, sometimes we have alam buddhi and sometimes we don't. So, fire is Analaha because it will never say enough. It will say, give me more offerings, put more wood, more ghee. So, this is a name for fire. Yeah? And we have seen the name also, how Analaha is connected to Kamaha. No? How desire also, when we fulfill desire, it will be reinforced. So, Kama is also like fire, insatiable, will never say alam. Yeah? Then, alam is also means that there is no limit. No? Anala. Anala means there is no limit to Bhagavan. Bhagavan is limitless. Yeah? Then the third meaning Shankaracharya gives is Nala means smell, an odor. But you Bhagavan, in your Nirguna, Parabrahma aspect, you are Analaha. You are odorless. Yeah, so in the Upanishad says, Ashabdam, Asparsham, Arupam, Arasam, Agandhaha. Yeah? That is the Para Prakriti, is that by which one smells and hears and tastes. Right now I am speaking because of that, the Vacho hi Vachaha, that which empowers speech organs. And you're all listening because of the power behind the ears. Yeah? So we are all able to smell fragrance or durgandha because of that. So you are Analaha, Agandhaha. And so these several shades of meaning Acharya gives for Analaha. Then we have Kamaha. Second line, have you noticed? It is centered on this word Kama. And Kama means desire. And by itself, Kamaha is pretty neutral Shabda. But when it is Rajoguna Samudbhavaha or Tamoguna Samudbhavaha, then it's a problem. Yeah? But when it is Sattva Guna and it is Dharma Viruddha Kamaha, then it is not a problem. Bhagavan has said, Dharma Viruddho Kamosmi Aham. In fact, Kamaha is the privilege of a human being alone who can go after Dharma and Moksha. And so that Kamaha, that is not conflicting with Dharma, Bhagavan has said in the Gita, I am in the form of that noble desires. So here we are going to see the various shades of meaning. Kamaha that ha means hanti. Hanti means to destroy. So, Bhagavan, you are kamaha means you destroy these desires which are pulling us towards the anatma pursuits like artha and kama. And for those who seek you, who want the nishkama bhakti towards you, you are destroying the desires and instilling vairagyam and drawing them towards you. So this is the natural route. We all fulfill desires, initially sakama, and then what happens at some point, purushartha nischaya happens, and we realize that this is not what I'm really looking for. Finite pleasure, finite security, finite ananda, and then one is ready to go beyond. So who is making all this transition? You. You are kama ha. Yeah? And so the Bhagwan is praised as kamaha. Kaman hanti. Then kamakrit, just the opposite. Kamakrit means kaman or kamanam karta. You are the creator of kamas. So which here Bhagavan is glorified as the one who is in the form of Ichha Shakti. The power to desire anything. That is also a glorious manifestation. And so we have these the four classes of devotees. Chaturvidhaha bhajanti mam ye janaha sukritanorjuna. The Artha devotees, Artharthi, Jignasu and the Jnanis. So Bhagavan says, Sarvaha Udaraha, they are all dear to me. But Jnani tu Atmaiva me matam. Jnani is the dearest. Why? Because he has discovered me as his own tattvam. But I am not antagonistic to the others. They have desires. So ye gatham mam prapadyante tan tathaiva aham bhajami. So they are need based. They have some pressure inside, but they are at least seeking me. They're taking refuge in me. And that's why prayerful living is very intelligent living. And they're not doing the wrong things, adharma. They're not jumping off a cliff or getting depressed. They have come to me. So I will fulfill those desires. Initially. So that is the meaning of kama krit. They have surrendered to me, and initially I will fulfill and clear all these obstacles in their life, and then eventually as kamaha I will destroy the desires for a mature mumukshu. Mature mumukshu who is ready for the jnanam, for the para prakriti. So both these are there. And so it is said that when we have this desire for moksha, there is a desire to know what is the Gita, what is Upanishad all about. This desire does not happen suddenly. This desire is called Shubha Ichha, and it is matured over many lifetimes. And now the person has ripened into a mumukshu. Then we have the word kantaha. Bhajagovindam, Acharya Shankaracharya has said, Kaste putraha kate kanta. Who is it that you are calling your beloved wife, beloved son? Kahate putraha. To instill the vairagya. So here kantaha means that which is most beloved, beautiful, attractive. And what is that? Various things, So we find a little baby very attractive, special sweets are attractive, piece of jewelry we are attracted to. So here kantaha means that attracting quality in anything, the power of maya to attract us, that is governed by you. So you are kantaha because it is your maya that is attracting me to various objects in the world. And so that power to attract me, that is also a vibhuti. That is also a vibhuti, and hence you are praised as kantaha. Then we have kamaha. Kamaha is simply desire. So as we saw earlier, desire by itself is harmless. We are sitting quietly. Something that we have heard in the past or we have seen on social media, that has come to my mind. And then now there is a wave in the mind lake. Dhyayato Vishayan Punsaha Sangaste Shupajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha. So when I repeatedly dwell on an object, either seen or heard or read, then kama is born, but it is still harmless, no? Then kama krodhaha. So when I go along with the kamaha, then it develops into a trishna, and then we saw the ladder of destruction in the Gita. Yeah? And then Krishna has also explained kama esha krodha esha rajo guna samudbhavaha. The real enemy is kamaha, and that arises in the mind. But what do the wise do? Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan. So as even the kama arises, to buy a new set of chappals or, this vacation or this TV or this gadget, then the wise person will discriminate. Do I really need it? I have enough of these. I don't need it at the moment. It is too expensive. Yeah. And so that wave like kama is going to subside back into the mind lake. Yeah. But then here Bhagavan is glorified as kamaha, because not every kama is negative and is going to bind me. Yeah, the kama desire for moksha is a very good kama. And actually the desire for moksha is not a kama, because we are desiring something which we already are. It is not like the gadget that is not with me at present and I have a kama for that and I pursue the activity and obtain it. No. Yeah, moksha ichha or moksha kamaha is to gain what is already gained in terms of knowledge. Yeah? So here Bhagavan says, I am in the form of desire, and I am in the form of that which is desired. What is desired? The four purusharthas: dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So I alone fulfill the purusharthas for everyone, but ultimately one has to know that one is seeking me alone, Bhagavan says. Everybody wants Ananda alone through the various purusharthas. That is the kamaha. Then we have kama pradaha. So kama we know is desire. Pra is the prefix which means prakarshena, excellently. And da is dadati, gives. So the one who gives or fulfills the desires excellently. Which means what? As karma phaladata. So Bhagavan, as the law of karma, will connect my effort with the karma phalam. Yeah? But that connection can give us four possibilities. I get what I expected and worked for, I get something less than that, something more than that, or it can be opposite also. So gahana karmano gatihi. If there is a strong obstruction in my karma, it will obstruct the result. Yeah, but in general we have seen that when one works hard, prayerfully, and acknowledges the presence of Bhagavan, then he is the one who generously and excellently gives. Kama pradaha prakarshena dadati. Then we have the last nama here, which is Prabhuhu. Again, pra stands for prakarshena and bhu is bhavati. Bhavati means that which has become. So we see that Bhagavan, as the Srishtikarta, has manifested excellently as the entire universe. Yeah, celestials, look at the variety and the diversity. Jada, Chetana, and the countless species, and excellently. And how they all perform their functions, the seasons, the day and night, everything exists excellently. So you are, as Srishtikarta and Dharta, you are Prabhu. So with that we completed the 32nd shloka also. We'll chant it one more time. भूतभव्यभवन्नाथः पवनः पावनो नलः कामः कामकृत्कान्तः कामः कामप्रदः प्रभुः. The 10 namas in this. Now let's go to one more, 33. युगादिकृत्युगावर्तः युगादिकृत्युगावर्तः नैकमायो महाशनः नैकमायो महाशनः अदृश्यो व्यक्तरूपश्च अदृश्यो व्यक्तरूपश्च सहस्रजित् अनन्तजित् सहस्रजित् अनन्तजित् युगादिकृत्युगावर्तो नैकमायो महाशनः अदृश्यो व्यक्तरूपश्च सहस्रजित् अनन्तजित्. So here what are the namas? 7 namas. Yugadikrit, then Yugavartah, Naikamaya, Mahashanah, Adrishyah, Vyaktarupah, Cha, Sahasrajit, Anantajit. Simple namas here, and let us see how Adi Shankaracharya interprets them. The first is Yugadi Krit. The Yugadi is, as you know, the yugas. No? So you are the Karta. You are the initiator of the yugas. No? Krita or Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara and Kali Yuga. So you are the one who creates the yugas, and not only the yugas. Within the yugas there is the Kalpa, then the Manvantara, then the Samvatsaras, then the Ayanam, then the Masa, then the Paksha. All these are units of time. Yeah? So we see that Bhagavan has to manifest time itself, time, space, canvas, and on which now the entire Srishti is there. Yeah? So we see that time itself, what a great mithya it is. When we are happy and busy and engaged positively, time is not a problem. We don't even notice it. Yeah? But when we are anxious, waiting for somebody, time stretches itself. Yeah? And then in deep sleep, time disappears totally. So it is said that time is mithya. And you are the Karta of all the yugas. No? The yugas by the power of Maya. Then the next nama, Yuga Vrit. Yuga Vrit is connected. No? Vrit means a cycle or a circle. So you are the one Avartayati. Avartayati means not only do you initiate the yugas, but you set them in motion. And they have to go round and round and round. Yeah? So, one Chatur Yuga is the 4 yugas, and we are supposed to be in the Prathama Pada of the Kali Yuga. Yeah? And so, Yugadikrit as well as Yuga Vartaha. Then we have Naikamayaha. Naikamayaha is Na Ekamayaha. Negation, nunge. Na ekamayaha. Na ekamayaha means what? Oh Bhagavan, you don't have just one Maya. You are endowed with Ananta, infinite forms of Maya. Maya is the creative power or the magic of Bhagavan, who is also known as Mayavin. Who Maya Asti iti Mayavin, who has Maya under perfect control. No? See, look at the Maya right now, the Zoom Maya. We are all connecting from different countries, different time zones, but in real time. Yeah? And you take time, take 1 second. Today, they are breaking that second into microsecond, picosecond. So, it is further and further broken down. So, but what is the truth of time? The truth of time is timelessness, because Bhagavan is outside of the time-space network. Bhagavan is not subject to time, but he sets the entire Srishti to, projects it in time and space. So when I'm in meditation and connected with Bhagavan, actively in the waking state or in the deep sleep, there is no time. But in other states, then we are back in time and space. Yeah? So that is the greatest Maya. Another Maya we see in geometry, we say a point occupies no space. Just a point. But a series of points is a line. And a line occupies space, right? So that is another Maya. And then, wherever we turn around, it's just a Maya Jagat, isn't it? We say sun is rising in the east and setting in the west, but the sun doesn't move. We are moving, the earth. And earth is spinning, but earth appears stationary. Anything you take, a tree. What is the tree? Is it the leaf, flower, fruits, roots, branches, trunk? Any one of them reduces to matter, and matter is nothing but particles in motion. Science has also confirmed this. They call it energy. And so you are that pure consciousness or the truth of even time and space. Time and space go together. So, na eka maya. That's why in Dakshinamurti Stotram we had that verse. Maya kalpita desha kala kalana vaichitra chitri kritam. So this Vichitram Jagat is Maya Kalpita. It's like that reflection in a mirror. Is it there, the reflection? Yes. But is it really there? No. It is dependent on the original face. Yeah? And that is why we call this Mithya Jagat, which includes my body, mind, sense complex, as Sat Asat Bhyam Anirvachaniya Maya. So that which enjoys at best what? An empirical reality, a status. It is there for Vyavaharic purpose, but it is on analyzing just disappears. Disappears means what? Cognitively. We can reduce anything into matter, matter into particles, and then Pancha Mahabhutas, and then finally Tattvam alone. That is the magic of Bhagavan. And he is praised here as Na Ekamaya, Naikamayaha. Then we have Mahashanaha. Mahashanaha means the great consumer, the great eater. The root here is Ash. Ash means to eat. And so, what is Bhagavan eating and consuming here? The whole Srishti at Pralaya Kala. Pralaya Kala, when the entire Srishti will be folded back into the Avyakta stage. And so, you are the Mahashanaha, yeah? The devourer. See, we find that in life, what is that which devours everything for us? Kala, isn't it? Shankaracharya explains it beautifully in Bhajagovindam, What is it that you are proud of? Time is going to rob away your black hair, gorgeous black hair, your nice skin, and then your status and relationships and wealth, possessions, everything. And so Bhajagovindam, Bhajagovindam. But here Bhagavan is praised as Mahashanaha because Bhagavan is Sarva Bhakshakaha. Bhagavan swallows time also. Everything, time, space, and the entire Srishti is folded back into that Avyaktam stage. And hence Bhagavan is called Mahashanaha. But in safe custody. Everything is folded back. Just as we emerge as the wakers every morning, we are not dreading going to sleep. No, in fact, we look forward to it. We can relax and be free from the pestering bosses and whatever is it that annoys us. We get a break. In fact, we get a break from ourselves also. So, because of some wrong thinking, we also get into negative modes of complaint. All that ends in deep sleep. And then we are happily back, recharged the next day. So here too Bhagavan is Mahashanaha and folds everything back. No? And we saw this in chapter 8 of the Gita also. No? Sahasra Yuga Paryantam Brahmanaha Ahaha. That is the 1,000 cycles of the Chaturyuga is one day of Brahma. And an equal number is the night of Brahma. 2,000 times Chaturyugas. Then if you give 100 years to to Brahma's lifespan, 100 times that is a kalpa. No? And then when that ends, it is Mahapralaya. And then Bhagavan is the Mahashanaha, folds back everything. Then we have the next nama here, next line, Adrishyaha, easy one. Again, explaining the Nirguna form. So, Adrishyaha means Nadrishyaha, not available for the mind and senses. So, it is Aprameyaha. Drikeva Natu Drishyaha. It cannot be enjoyed as an object. We cannot shake hands with Brahma, Param Brahma. Yeah, only with the Saguna version of Brahma. So here it means Adrishyaha is referring to the Atma Swarupaha here. The Paramarthika Satyam. Then the next word is Vyakta Rupaha. Vyakta Rupaha means that which is very evident. Evident and manifest as the Sakshi. No? Right now, all that we know, all that life has taught us, I can say, I know that I know. Then I can also say, I know that I don't know many things. So I am the witness of my knowledge and of my ignorance. I have yet to know so many things in life and I know. But who is it that knows both? That is the Vyakta Rupaha Sakshi Rupena. Atma, witnessing awareness. Then we have Sahasra Jit. Sahasra is 1,000 and Jit is conqueror. So you, Bhagavan, you are the conqueror of thousands of negative forces, and which we have seen in the Avatara stories. Yeah, how Bhagavan destroys the countless asuras and negative forces, adharma, each time in all these avataras. And figuratively, we can take it as the countless obstacles and challenges that one faces are like asuras in our own mind. No? And by your grace, you are Sahasra Jit. We are able to conquer all those negativities because Dharmo Rakshita Rakshati. Dharma alone wins. Satyameva Jayate. Then the last nama here is Anantajit. Similar meaning. Ananta means infinite and Jit is conqueror. So Bhagavan is praised as the one who wins all the time everywhere. He's on a winning streak. Yeah, and never loses. That means what? Dharma always wins. And that is because of his Ananta Shakti. No? Each one of us, we all have some power, some talent, some skill, some knowledge. But Bhagavan has Ananta, limitless of all these categories. And so he is always excelling anyone and everyone and always winning. No? And that is why Arjuna chose Bhagavan instead of the Yadava army. No? Before the war is to begin, remember the choice given to Duryodhana and Arjuna? So Duryodhana takes the army, no, and thinks he will win with those 11 Akshauhinis. But Arjuna says, Krishna, you be on our side because Krishna is Sahasrajit, Anantajit. And so choosing wisely Krishna made them win the war. Let's look at these namas again. युगादिकृत्युगावर्तः नैकमायो महाशनः अदृश्यो व्यक्तरूपश्च सहस्रजिदनन्तजित्. ॐ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि। ॐ श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु।